Hello everyone, as you know that we started a series for Indian geography through maps. So where we'll be learning Indian geography but by the maps, not by the books. Okay, so today's topic is your Himalayan and division, but before that we'll see physiographical division of India. Then we'll start Himalaya. Okay, chalo. Physical division of Himalaya, we have Himalaya thoda sa part and it's too beautiful. Himalaya is too beautiful. Okay, so this is your Himalaya. Chalo, next. Dekhte na next slide. See this. These are our major physical division of India. देखो, first तो आ गया आपका Himalaya. First is your Himalaya. Where is the Himalaya? देखो, this brown color you can see. Let me make it red. This brown color you can see. This is your Himalaya. देखो. So अभी हम लोग पढ़ेंगे Himalaya extend till your Andaman and also. Okay, Andaman and Nicobar Island is a submerged Himalaya. Okay, Himalaya's part. So Himalaya, then Indo-Gangetic plain. So this you can see the blue color. This is your plain area where we see paddy fields and all. It's like plain area, okay, due to the erosion of river after your Himalaya, Ganga, Brahmaputra and Indus. After that you see peninsula plateau. So this you can see not mountain but some uplift portion that call your plateau. So you can get an idea which are the states of plateau, which are the states of plain and which are the state of Himalaya. Himalaya consists 11 states. Okay, and let me know in the comment section which states are. Then Indian plain आपका हो जाएगा पंजाब, Rajasthan, Haryana, Delhi, Uttar Pradesh and all we'll see later on. Coastal plains, see these are your coastal plains. Near to the coastline we can see some plain area. This is your coastal plain. Then Indian desert, this is your Indian desert. Here you can see Thar desert. Then island, these are your islands, Lakshadweep and Andaman Nicobar Island. So these are your 6 major physical division of India. Himalaya, northern side, then thoda sa niche Indo-Gangetic plain, then peninsula plateau, then coastal plain, then Indian desert and then island. Okay, just read this one. Okay, Himalaya is full of biodiversity. Many rivers originate from Himalaya. Then influence in the climate pattern because it's create a natural barrier in a northern side. Okay, chalo, next. Okay, so this is your homework. If you want the PDF, let me know in the comment section. I'll share the whole PDF. Okay, so you have to locate on map. What you have to locate, where is Himalaya? Dekho, this is your Himalaya. If I roughly say, if you want to do mains answer writing for civil service examination, you should know how to draw the map. I know how to draw the map, but for this pen I can't draw. Okay, but let me try. Dekho, in mains exam now you have to draw in just 1 minute, like this. Okay, but ये तो कुछ खराबी हो गया है, ऐसा नहीं होता है. Okay, because of this pen पेपर में हो जाता है. Chalo, so this is your Himalaya like this. Then you can see North Indian plains, this portion. Okay, then you can see plateau area. This one is your plateau area. Then these are your islands. These are your islands, and this is your Thar desert, and this is your coastal plain. So these all are your 6 major physiographical division of India: Himalaya, coastal plains, your plateau, desert, and islands. Okay, chalo, next. Okay, which are the following physical division of India densely populated? So this is some PYQs. So it will be your North Indian plain, because as you can see, people started their civilization where they will get the easy water and fertile land. Here in this area 3 rivers passes through, big rivers, major rivers, Ganga, Brahmaputra and Indus. That's why people started making their basti, you tell that basti or villages in ancient time here near the river banks. That's why it's densely populated here, because it's too fertile. This place is too fertile. So North Indian plain you can see in the maps also. देखो This is too fertile, this area. That's why North Indian plain has most densely populated, densely populous. Okay, chalo. Next, which physical division is dry, hot and sandy? You know that desert. Chalo. Next, now see formation of Himalaya. I won't teach you the formation of Himalaya because it's a different thing. We'll learn whenever we will be learning our physical geography, then we'll be learning. But remember, Himalaya created by two plates, that is your Eurasian plate and one is Indo-Australian plate. Indo-Australian plate was heavy and Eurasian plate comparing to Indian plate was thoda sa halka, lightweight. So it's like they came like this, and bhari plate, heavy plate went inside and halka plate went upside. Okay, so this is how Himalaya created, and there was some faulting also, folded. After that they got folded. This is folding, and you would be surprised to know that still Himalaya is growing like this, because whenever the plate movements goes on, Himalaya thoda sa upar ja raha hai aise karke every year. Okay, even approximately 5 millimeter per year due to the ongoing tectonic activity, Himalaya is still growing. Okay, and this place used to be the Tethys Sea. So remember these 3 points: Tethys Sea, fold mountain, and still growing. Chalo, next, Himalaya which of the following category? Fold mountain. देखो आ गया fold mountain. Himalaya is a fold mountain. Okay, chalo, next. Now we will be learning the division of Himalaya. Himalaya can be divided in 4 parts. Okay, Trans Himalaya is not the part of Himalaya, but still we just wrote there. Okay, so we can divide Himalaya in 4 parts in longitudinal section, or you can say south to north. If you divide this way, like this way, so you can divide in 4 parts. Okay, देखो first part you can say Greater Himalaya, this line. Let me make a color. देखो first from here to here, continuous chain of Himalaya, continuous. This is your Greater Himalaya. नीचे this chain is not continuous, uncontinuous chain. उसके नीचे आ गया Lesser Himalaya. And last one again uncontinuous chain, that is your Shivalik. So मोटा मोटी क्या आ गया ना, देखो if you draw this, so first you will see the Greater Himalaya. First is Greater Himalaya. This is the Greater Himalaya. Okay, second you will see an uncontinuous chain, that is yours Lesser Himalaya. First part, second part, and third it's your Shivalik. This one, first Greater Himalaya, second Lesser Himalaya, and Outer Himalaya or Shivalik. And there is a Purvanchal also. Purvanchal means northeastern Himalayas. Okay, now see Greater Himalaya, highest and most continuous range and continuous range. Lesser Himalaya, middle range, and hill station are there, like too many hill station will be there. Outer Himalaya, youngest part, youngest, remember Outer Himalaya is your youngest part. Okay, and Eastern Himalaya called Purvanchal. And we have one more section, that is your Trans Himalaya. Trans Himalaya belongs to this place, upar mein. Okay, this place, Trans Himalaya. But Trans Himalaya is not the part of India, not the part of your Himalaya. Trans Himalaya located north to the Himalaya is not a part of Himalayan range. Got it? Okay? And Trans Himalaya can be divided into 4 parts, that is Karakoram, Ladakh, Jaskar, Kailas. Now देखो, I'll give you full overview. This is your blank map. Now see, this place is your Trans Himalaya. This is the place is your Trans Himalaya. If I draw, this is the place is your Trans Himalaya. After that, Greater Himalaya. So it starts from here like this and goes till Arunachal Pradesh like that. Second, Lesser Himalaya. देखो, Lesser Himalaya will be this one. Not a continuous chain, that's why it will be uncontinuous chains like that. Okay, like that. Okay, like this. After that, Outer Himalaya will be there like this. This is your Outer Himalaya. Can you see? So there are some layers. Okay, range, first range, second, not a continuous mountain like that. Okay, Himalaya is like this. Nahi. Greater Himalaya, Lesser Himalaya, Outer Himalaya, and above that we have Trans Himalaya. Okay, got it. And Trans Himalaya has 4 parts you can divide. One is Karakoram, second Ladakh, third Jaskar, and fourth is your Kailas. These 4 parts. Okay, and you can see their locations also. देखो Karakoram, Ladakh, Jaskar, Kailas. ठीक है? Yes. So if you draw that here, we can draw. Okay, it's there. The Trans Himalaya. देखो first it's your Karakoram. देखो this is your range. This range called Karakoram range. Where is it? It's in POK and some kind of Askai chain also. Then next Ladakh, then Jaskar, and then it will be your Kailas. Kailas will be here. Kailas fully in Tibet. Okay, now see, north to south, north Karakoram, then Ladakh, then Jaskar. They will give this type of question in exam hall. In Trans Himalaya, arrange the following ranges according to north and south. So northern part Karakoram, then Ladakh, then Jaskar, then Kailas. Okay, and we have Greater Himalaya, then Lesser Himalaya, then Shivalik. So if you want to make arrangement from north to south, ऊपर में सबसे आगे आ गया Karakoram, and at last it will be Shivalik. Got it? Okay. The Trans Himalaya comprise Karakoram, Ladakh, Jaskar, and Kailas. It's cold desert climate, minimal precipitation, rainfall is less. Their range lies from north. Okay, got it. But you have to remember this one. This is very important. K2. In Karakoram range, here you can see a mountain peak, second highest mountain peak of the world, that is K2. First highest mountain peak, that is your Mount Everest. Second highest mountain peak, that is your K2. Now my question is, India's highest mountain peak. We used to study that this one K2, but K2 is not in the India. It's in POK. As we discussed in border dispute, it's in POK, Pakistan occupied Kashmir. So technically we can't say K2 is the highest. K2 or Godwin Westin is not the highest mountain peak of the India. It's Kanchenjunga, that's in Sikkim. Got it? It's in POK, Pakistan occupied Kashmir. Got it? So Trans Himalaya complete. Now we'll move to Greater Himalaya. Okay, some longitudinal division also there. Dekho, again I am revising. This is the Himalayan ranges. First Karakoram, then Ladakh, then Jaskar, then Greater Himalaya, this line, then your Lesser Himalaya or Himadri you can say, and this is your Shivalik. This हो गया your longitudinal division, ऊपर से नीचे, from north to south. But if you divide this way, like from here to here, okay, if you divide this way, there are names. Like from here to here, if you cut this like transverse section, from here to here, one name, from here to here, one name, and from here to there, one name. Now how we are cutting that Himalaya, like pieces, like cake pieces. There are some rivers. देखो, Indus river is flowing from there, and Satluj river is flowing from there. So in between Indus and Satluj, we call Punjab Himalaya. Remember this. Between Indus and Satluj. Now from Satluj to Kali river, देखो, Satluj river is coming from here and Kali here. In between that place we call Kumaon Himalaya. Remember, Kumaon Himalaya. Okay. So between Satluj and Kali. Next, from Kali river to Tista river, Tista river location is wrong. Tista will be like that, okay? Like that. Okay, this is wrong. So between Kali and Tista, we call Nepal Himalaya. Got it? From Tista to Dihang or Brahmaputra, you can say that is yours Assam Himalaya. Got it? 4 divisions of Himalaya. Punjab, most important, Punjab, then Kumaon, then Nepal, then Assam. Got it? So they ask Punjab Himalaya located between which are the rivers? Indus and Satluj. Kumaon, Satluj and Kali. Kali and Tista, Nepal Himalaya. Got it? Chalo, next. देखो, the Kumaon आ गया ना in central exam. The Kumaon Himalaya lies between which two river? Kumaon, Satluj and Kali. So this one is your correct answer. Chalo, next. Okay, now you have to know one thing. See, Himalaya has syntaxial bend, right? Himalaya is this one like this, and after coming to your Arunachal Pradesh, take a sharp bend, okay? But syntaxial bend is like this. This is called your syntaxial bend. So Himalaya is like this, okay, like this syntaxial bend. Okay, so in exam you can see. Just a second. Just a second. This one. I just explained this one. There is a syntaxial bend, there is a syntaxial bend too. In Arunachal Pradesh, you can see the bend is too curved like this, and in your POK, you can see less curve. Okay, so all Himalaya is following a syntaxial bend. One is in Nanga Parbat and one is in Namcha Barwa. Like this. I'm again saying I can draw better maps, but this is the pen. See, this is your Himalaya. Now see here. Himalaya is like this. And here it takes a sharp bend. Now here we have a peak, mountain peak, and here we have a mountain peak. So in these two mountain peaks, Himalaya takes sharp bend. So this mountain peak called Nanga Parbat. Nanga Parbat. And this mountain peak calls your Namcha Barwa. Namcha Barwa. Names would be your thoda sa hard, okay? Namcha Barwa. Got it? So here Himalaya takes a bend, syntaxial bend. Next. So these are again Himalayas, you can see. Chalo. Next, we will discuss now Greater Himalaya. Himalaya has how many parts? Himalaya mostly first Greater Himalaya. Then we have Lesser Himalaya. And then we have Shivalik or Outer Himalaya, and then we have Purvanchal. And one part is there also, that is Trans Himalaya, but that is not the part of Himalaya. We just study Trans Himalaya while studying the Himalaya. Okay, chalo. Now we will be studying Greater Himalaya. Greater Himalaya is like most loftiest range in the world. You can say loftiest means most height mein, bahut height mein. Average is 6,000 meter, and width is like 120 to 90. And always remember, Himalaya is mota here, fat, and here is thin. Remember that. It is wide in western side and less wider in eastern side. Got it? Chalo. Okay, major peaks. You can see lots of major peaks, like you can see here, if it's visible, Mount Everest, Kanchenjunga and all. You have to place all the peaks. So in Greater Himalaya, you will see lots of peaks. Okay, you have to remember which peaks in which state and all. Okay, we'll be discussing that peaks. Some of the rivers are originated from here: Ganga, Yamuna, okay, Indus. Okay, these rivers are originated from here. Glaciers, some glaciers are there, some strategic passes are there. Passes means a way, you can say, between two mountains: Nathula Pass, Jojila Pass, Khardungla Pass. Okay, so we'll be discussing all of those. Now see, you have to locate these mountain peaks that located in your Greater Himalaya. Now see, as you know, this is your Greater Himalaya. If I draw roughly like that, this is your Greater Himalaya. Got it? Now first Nanga Parbat. So Nanga Parbat is here. Nanga Parbat is here. It's in POK. Some part is in POK. Okay. Then Davaldar. Davaldar is here. Okay. Badrinath. Dekho. Badrinath, Kamet and Nanda Devi. So I can say this is your Badrinath, then Kamet and then Nanda Devi. BKN. Dekho, Badrinath, then Kamet, then Nanda Devi. These three peaks. After that, Annapurna, then Mount Everest. Mount Everest is in Nepal. Then your Kanchenjunga, then Mount Everest, Makalu chut gaya na, Makalu, Mount Everest, and then here Namcha Barwa will be here. Namcha Barwa. Got it? Nanga Parbat, this one is your Nanga Parbat. Nanga Parbat. So it's all from western side to eastern side. Now see, I have created a map, handwritten map. Here you can see. Dekho, starting from Nanga Parbat, then you can see Davaldhar in Himachal Pradesh, then Badrinath, dekho Badrinath, Kamet, Nanda Devi with your height. Okay, these all are height in meters. Then Annapurna, Mount Everest, Makalu, Kanchenjunga, then Namcha. Very important. This map is very important. If I ask you Makalu is in which country, you have to say Nepal. If I ask you Davaldhar, where is Davaldhar? Himachal Pradesh. If I ask you Namcha, Arunachal Pradesh. Got it? समझ में आ गया? You have to understand all of those. ठीक है? चलो. Just a second. Now, there are some passes. Passes means a way that connects one mountain range to another mountain range. Okay, see, you can see some passes. You have to remember those passes. Dekho passes. First pass, Burjila. It's in Jammu Kashmir. Zojila, Jammu Kashmir. Baralachla in Himachal Pradesh, HP. Sipkila, Uttarakhand. Niti, Uttarakhand. Niti is too important pass. Okay, and then Zojila, Jipla, Sikkim. Nathula pass, so you all know it's in Sikkim. Bumla, it's in Andhra Pradesh, Arunachal Pradesh. You have to remember the passes. That is very important for your exam. So as you can see here, you can see mountain peaks in this map and some passes are there. So you have to remember all the mountain peaks that is in Greater Himalaya. देखो Greater Himalaya में कौन-कौन सा mountain peaks है? Nanga Parbat, again Davaldhar, Badrinath, Kamet, Nanda Devi, Annapurna, Mount Everest, Makalu, then Kanchenjunga, then Namcha Parbat. समझ में आ गया? There are some passes: Burjila, Zojila, Baralachla, Sipkila, Niti, Jipla, and Bumla. These are the passes are there. Okay, chalo. Next, see, you can see some passes: Baralachla, Sipkila, Nathula, Zojila, Lipulek. Lipulek, Uttarakhand. Zojila, it's in your Sikkim. Nathula, it's in your Sikkim. Sipkila, Himachal Pradesh. Baralachla, Himachal Pradesh. So you have to remember, and why it's important, it's written there. Okay, ठीक है, चलो. Now you have to remember this dunes. Okay, dunes, and you have to remember one thing: valleys. Okay, there are some valleys, longitudinal valleys. देखो, see, I'll explain. Okay, this is your Himalaya. Now see this one. This is yours Greater Himalaya. Okay, after that you see Lesser Himalaya, which is here. Not continuous chain, but a chain of mountain. Now see, valley means if you see a mountain and another mountain, see some places, plain places will be here. So this is your called valley. Okay, so in between two mountains there are some valleys. देखो, Greater Himalaya, this is your Greater Himalaya and this is your Lesser Himalaya. In these two places there will be a valley. So remember, Kashmir Valley lies between Pir Panjal and Greater Himalaya. So देखो, Greater Himalaya, this red color, and छोटा सा this blue color is your Pir Panjal. Pir Panjal we learn in Lesser Himalaya. देखो, Lesser Himalaya is not a continuous change, it's a series of chains. So first chain, first mountain range, you can say Pir Panjal. Pir Panjal. So Pir Panjal and Greater Himalaya, in between the valley called Kashmir Valley. Kangra Valley is in Himachal Pradesh. Kullu Valley is in Simla, Himachal Pradesh. Okay, chalo. Transverse valleys are also there. Dekho, suppose this is your mountain and you can see some valleys there. Okay. So transverse valleys are also there. Mostly it's like for mostly these valleys are created by cutting by the erosion of rivers. Okay, suppose this is a mountain and it's cutted by a river, then there will be a plain area. Okay, dunes are like the structural depression between Shivalik and Lesser Himalaya. Okay, so just keep in mind, we'll discuss dunes. Okay, but first we have to complete the Shivalik and Lesser Himalaya. Okay, these are the passes located. You can see where the passes, important pass: Burjila Pass, Banihal Pass, Karakoram, Zojila, Varalachla, Sipkila, Niti, Rotang Pass, Nathula, Jipla, Bomdila, Palghat. These are the important passes. Okay, this is in, some passes are in your South India. Chalo, just go through the map and paste or copy in your own map. Okay, I am assuming that you are making your own map because it's a geography through maps. Next, now see, which of the following pair of Himalayan passes range are located? देखो NDA में आया है, NDA National Defense Academy. Okay, if you want to join, you can't join now because NDA is like 16.5 years to I guess 19 years ना, इतना में होता है. So जोजिला ग्रेटर हिमालय में होता है, बनिहाल नहीं, खारदुंगला, काराकोरम, बनिहाल तो यहाँ पे नहीं होगा. जोजिला ग्रेटर हिमालय, जोजिला पास. यस इट्स राइट, वन तो राइट है. खारदुंगला काराकोरम रेंज ये भी रॉन्ग है. 4 तो होगा ही नहीं. 2 1 2 and 3 Fotula. I guess 1 and 2 right answer. Okay, this one. If I'm not wrong, right? 1 and 2. If I'm wrong, just let me know in the comment section. Okay. Chalo, next. Okay, now lesser Himalaya. Now you can understand better. Dekho, as we are drawing, this one is your Trans Himalaya and a Trans Himalaya. This one. So first part of Trans Himalaya name your Karakoram. Karakoram. Then this one is your Ladakh. This one Jaskar. And this one Kailas. Because Karakoram, because Trans Himalaya has 4 parts. Karakoram, first part, number 1. Second, Ladakh. Then third, Jaskar. And then fourth, your Kailas. Okay. After that, you saw a continuous chain of mountain. This one, देखो अच्छे से दिखा गया ना, continuous chain of mountain. This is your Greater Himalaya. Greater Himalaya. Greater Himalaya. Okay. After that, you see a uncontinuous chain. देखो this one, this chain, नीचे वाला chain जो दिख रहा है ना, this is your Lesser Himalaya. This color. This is your Lesser Himalaya. This color. This one. This one. This one. Okay. So now see, this Lesser Himalaya consists first range, that is your Pir Panjal, most prominent range, Pir Panjal. Then Dauladhar, then Nag Tibba यहाँ पे नहीं लिखा है. Then Mahabharat range in your Nepal. देखो, पर Pir Panjal first range, Dauladhar second, Nag Tibba third, and Mahabharat fourth. And northeast, you can see northeast. If you follow northeast, you can see some ranges also. Dafla, Miri, Abor, Mismi, like this. Okay. So, but most prominent are Pir Panjal, Dauladhar, Mahabharat. Okay, and Nag Tibba. Now see, this is your Greater Himalaya, you know, GH, and this is yours. Niche wala is your Lesser Himalaya, or you can say Himadri, Himachal range or Himadri. In between these two, you can see a valley. This valley called Kashmir Valley. So Greater Himalaya and Pir Panjal, this valley called Greater Himalaya, and then Pir Panjal. Middle में जो plain area थोड़ा सा है, that is called Kashmir Valley. Now again Greater Himalaya and Dauladhar, in middle में जो valley है, that is called Kullu Valley. Kullu Valley. So remember Kullu Valley. Okay. This one is yours Kashmir Valley. Kashmir Valley. And here in Greater Himalaya and Mahabharata, we call Kathmandu Valley in Nepal. Kathmandu. Got it? And some of the famous hill stations are there also. Simla, देखो, in Lesser Himalaya, you see lots of hill stations. Simla, Mussoorie, Nainital, Darjeeling, like this. Okay, Darjeeling here is written. Okay. So these are your hill stations. Got it? So Lesser Himalaya समझ में आ गया? Place कर सकता है? चलो. Again summarize कर देता है ना? Okay, it's there. Chalo. Next. So this is your Lesser Himalaya, my maps. देखो, first Greater Himalaya, then Lesser Himalayas, ranges Pir Panjal, and in between them it will be Kashmir Valley. Then Dauladhar, then Nag Tibba, then Mahabharat. Okay, and there are some hill stations. देखो, Gulmarg, Sonmarg, Dalhousie, Simla, then Mussoorie, Ranikhet, Almora, Darjeeling will be here. Okay, some of the hill stations are there. Got it? Okay, now let's solve some question. Dhawadar range form part of Himalayas. Dhawadar is your lesser Himalaya. Why? Dhauladhar, sorry, not Dhawadar, Dhauladhar. देखो, you can see Dhauladhar, पीर पंजल, Dhauladhar here. Okay, got it? समझ में आ गया? देखो, if I explain again. So this is your Greater Himalaya, and in the south of the Greater Himalaya you can see Lesser Himalaya, but lesser Himalaya is not a continuous chain. First is your Pir Panjal, first is your Pir Panjal, second chain is your Dhauladhar, then Nag Tibba, then Mahabharat. So Dhauladhar forms Lesser Himalaya. Okay, next. Now we will be learning, we'll be discussing Outer Himalaya. देखो, every time you see a slide with complete Himalaya, first Trans Himalaya first part Karakoram. Again देखो, I'm writing, it's like a revision. Karakoram, then it's your Ladakh, it's your Jaskar, it's your Kailas. Then after that you see a black line. That black line is your Greater Himalaya, and in that black line you can see some of the peaks like Nanga Parbat here. देखो, it's written, and at the end you will see Namcha Barua, and all the peaks are there. Then Lesser Himalaya, देखो, uncontinuous chain, Lesser Himalaya. In Lesser Himalaya, you know, this is Pir Panjal, this is your Dhauladhar, this is your Nag Tibba, and this is your Mahabharat. These all are range of Lesser Himalaya. But now we will be discussing about this uncontinuous chain, last chain, that is your Sivalik. So it's just theoretical thing, you can just read. You have to understand this is the youngest Himalayan formation. Okay, youngest Himalayan formation, still it's forming, developing, rich in fossil deposit, separate Lesser Himalaya by longitudinal valleys. You can see some dunes here. देखो, structural valleys between Sivalik and Lesser Himalaya. देखो, this is Lesser Himalaya, and this is Lesser Himalaya, and this is your Sivalik. In between that you see some dunes, valleys. Okay, like, you know the famous name Dehradun. Dune means a valley. Okay, and it present between Lesser Himalaya and Sivalik. Remember, Dune. So some of the dunes, Kotil Dune, Patil Dune, Dehradun. Okay, just remember all of these dunes. Okay, what is dune? Dune is the structural valleys between Sivalik and Lesser Himalaya. Very, very important. Okay, you will see dune related questions. Next. Okay, which of the following statement about Himalaya is not correct? Not. It's UPSC CFF, one of my favorite exams. I used to prepare for this exam only. देखो, they are young fold mountains. Yes, it's correct. They have geosyncline rocks. Yes, it's correct. Indus and Satluj, yeah, Indus and Satluj, we also saw that it originates from Himalaya. This is not correct. Himalayan frontal flats separate Himalaya and Tibet. No. Now see, you have seen some faults here. देखो, if I draw map again, देखो, if I draw the map and if I draw everything, देखो, this is your Greater Himalaya, you know, and after that, you know, there is a Lesser Himalaya, and then you see Sivalik. Okay, like that. So those fault who are dividing Greater Himalaya, देखो, first one is your Greater Himalaya, then second one is your Lesser Himalaya LH, and then third one is your Sivalik or Lesser Himalaya. So those fault who are dividing Greater Himalaya and Lesser Himalaya called your main frontal thrust, or you can say that is also called your also known as your Himalayan frontal faults. Himalayan frontal faults. So Himalayan frontal faults, they separates Greater Himalaya and Lesser Himalaya. Got it? Not Himalaya and Tibet. Nahi. Got it? There are more faults or boundary. The main boundary thrust MBT that separates outer Himalaya and Lesser Himalaya. देखो, this one outer Himalaya and Lesser Himalaya. This separates by MBT, main boundary thrust, and this one Greater Himalaya and Lesser Himalaya, they separates by Himalayan frontal faults. Okay, got it? Now अच्छा young fold mountain, that is the correct. Got it? Okay, chalo. Okay, I just थोड़ा सा explained. Okay, Himalayan frontal faults na, all of them like we call Himalayan frontal faults like combined, but this one is your MCT, main central thrust divides Greater Himalaya and Lesser Himalaya, and MBT, main boundary thrust, divides Outer Himalaya and Lesser Himalaya. Okay, so but MCT and MBT together call Himalayan frontal faults. Got it? समझ में आ गया? So you just keep in your mind. Okay, चलो next. Which of the following incorrect? अच्छा incorrect ना. Dhauladhar range, that is incorrect. Dhauladhar range we saw in Lesser Himalaya. Okay, देखो यहीं पे दिखा ना धौलाधर रेंज, कितना बार देखेगा रे? देखो धौलाधर रेंज, this one is your धौलाधर, this is in Lesser Himalaya. Okay, not in आपका Greater Himalaya. चलो, okay, some more questions. I'll suggest you to solve this one by your own. Okay, and let me know the answer in comment section. Okay, देखो dunes related questions are there, huh? Dunes related. Longitudinal valleys lies between Greater Himalaya and Lesser Himalaya, also known as dune. I don't think so. Dunes कहाँ पे मिलता था? Lesser Himalaya and Outer Himalaya. Lesser Himalaya and Outer Himalaya में you will see the dunes. Okay, चलो, देखो यहीं पे लिखा था ना dunes. Where are the dunes? देखो dunes, structural valleys between Sivalik and Lesser Himalaya. चलो, one more dunes were there. Just a second. Okay, so that was the wrong. Okay, so I just gave you the hint. Next question. Next. We're about to end. Okay. Now just take some Purvanchal. One Purvanchal is in UP also, but this Purvanchal is different. The Purvanchal or the eastern hill represent the southward extension of Himalaya beyond Dihang or Brahmaputra Gorge, forming unique physiographic region in northeast India. You see 4 types of hills there: Patkai Hills, Naga Hills, Manipuri Hills, Mizo Hills. Mizo Hills also known as Lusai. Just remember this is important. Okay. So Patkai Hills is in Indo-Myanmar border and mostly is in Arunachal Pradesh. Then Naga Hills, Nagaland, Manipur Hills, Manipur, Mizo Hills, Mizoram. Okay, and they are rich in biodiversity. Cultural. You can see the most unique cultural places in this region, Purvanchal. Okay, chalo. And biodiversity, you see lots of greeniness here. Okay, chalo. Now see this. This one is your Greater Himalaya, and after that it takes a bend here. Okay, like this. Okay, then you see Patkai Hills, that is in Arunachal Pradesh. Then Naga Hills, Nagaland. Manipuri Hills, Manipur. Mizo Hills, Mizoram. Okay, these are your hills, part of Purvanchal. And students sometimes they just mistake this one, Garo, Khasi, Jaintia. It's in Meghalaya, but these are not the part of Himalaya. Remember, Meghalaya is not a part of Himalaya. Meghalaya's hills are Garo, Khasi, Jaintia. These are not a mountain, Himalayan mountain. These are plateau. Okay, and these are the extension of your peninsula plateau. If I draw a map here to make you understand. Okay, I'll get used to it of this pen. Okay, see, so this is your Himalaya. Just a second. So this one is your Himalaya like this, okay, but Meghalaya is here, okay, here, and you see Deccan Plateau is here, Peninsula Plateau. This plateau, Meghalaya Plateau MP, is part of extension of this Deccan Plateau DC. Okay, we'll just discuss all of this when we'll be discussing our Deccan Plateau. Okay, this is the part of the Deccan Plateau, not Himalaya. Remember this. Okay, chalo. Next. Okay, my multi-dimensional significance of Himalaya. Himalaya is like, you can say, a great what can I say, advantage for India. First, the climatic barrier. If Himalaya was not there, then all the winds from Asia would have in India, okay, during winter, monsoon and winds and all. Okay, so it's like a climatic barrier. Biodiversity hotspot. You see lots of hotspots places like East, Northeast India is a biodiversity hotspot. We need biodiversity hotspots to maintain the biodiversity, okay, to maintain the environment. You'll see lots of animals there. Natural defense, sometimes it's act like border, okay, so like natural defense. River source, lots of rivers are originated from Himalaya. Cultural diversity, you'll see lots of cultural and pilgrimages site, Kedarnath, Badrinath, festivals, lots of things. Himalaya has significance, okay, so you can write all of this in your mains examination with map, not without map. Now check this one. This is your sea level, south and north, okay, so north, this is your Tibet Plateau. Dekho, if I draw this one, if I draw this one, okay, I draw better maps, okay, don't laugh, but this pen is not helping me and this touchpad is not helping me. So this is your Tibetan Plateau, okay, this one. Then Kailash range, देखो Kailash range. Then your Ladakh range, Ladakh अच्छा थोड़ा सा ऊपर होगा, just a second. Then Ladakh, this is your Kailash, Ladakh and all. Then Greater Himalaya, this range, just a second. Then this range, Greater Himalaya. Then Mid Himalaya like this. Then Sivalik, okay, like this. So they are saying the altitudes. So in most like highest places are in Greater Himalaya, see, and Mid Himalaya thoda sa niche dekho, and then Outer Himalaya or niche. So you can see Greater Himalaya this side, Mid Himalaya this side, Outer Himalaya this side. Then Gangetic Plain started. So this is your plain area. Then here your plain area will be starting, okay, this is plain. So highest places are in Greater Himalayas, okay, chalo, this is your altitude difference. Then there are some questions, okay, I'll just leave the questions and PDF. You can see, you can pause the video and you can solve. You can see, you can pause the video. Dekho, suppose if I solve this IBACIO, one of the hardest exam, okay, it happened in 2023 I guess, okay, 2023 में hardest हुआ था. तो देखो, which are the correct statement? The Himalaya play very significant role influencing the climate in India. Yeah, अभी तो हमने देखा, it acts as a natural climatic barrier. The Himalaya are not appropriate for tourism activities. ऐसा तो नहीं होगा. Lots of hill stations are there, lots of pilgrimage sites are there. The Himalaya mountain system is source of many rivers. Yes, Ganga, Brahmaputra, Indus. The Himalaya do not contain any minerals. No, it's also rich in minerals. Okay, some places we can, if we mine, you will get minerals. So 1 and 3 correct. This one is correct. Next. In India, Himalayas are spread over only 5 states. नहीं, 11 states में है. 11 states. Okay. Pulicat Lake spread over, ये छोड़ो अभी. Western Ghats spreads over 5 states. नहीं, this is 6 states. Write the name of the states. Himalaya 11 states. Write the name. If I start with Ladakh and Jammu Kashmir and all, you can write. But now to it's union territory. Okay. So it might be modified. Okay, if we count as union territory. Okay, chalo. Then 6 state Western Ghat, like it starts from Gujarat and all, Maharashtra and all, and so with your Tamil Nadu. Pulicat Lake, yeah, that is right. So only 3 is correct. Chalo, this question, This was in 2017. Okay, that's why you need map. If you know the map, हिमालय कौन सा स्टेट में है अभी आपको पता चल जाएगा ना. नॉट इवन 6 स्टेट से बहुत ज़्यादा है ना. देखो लद्दाख, देयर हिमाचल प्रदेश, उत्तराखंड, then here is your Sikkim, then Arunachal Pradesh, then your Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram. Okay, here they are counting. Acha, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and Jammu Kashmir 9 and some part of West Bengal. Acha, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. One more states which I'm skipping. Okay, some part is in Uttar Pradesh because of Shivalik. No, Uttar Pradesh doesn't have any mountain. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Tripura, yeah, some part maybe in Tripura also. Okay, chalo, I'll pin the comment. Okay, 11 states. If I'm wrong about Tripura, I'll pin also. Chalo, next. Okay, if you travel to Himalaya, you see deep gorges in Brahmaputra taking turn in deep gorges, U-turn river, yeah, Brahmaputra taking U-turn, parallel mountain range. Yes, all of them you can see. All of them you can see. देखो here deep turn like one river Brahmaputra. If I draw Brahmaputra river here starting from Tibet and take deep turn and parallel ranges of Himalaya, parallel ranges. Okay, landsliding, yeah, landslide तो होता ही है. Deep gorges are there, so all of them are right. चलो next. Okay, you can arrange this one. देखो कहाँ में क्या है. दार्जिलिंग एंड हिमालय, नामचा बरुआ इज इन अरुणाचल, हिमालय इज नामचा बरुआ. देखो इफ यू रिमेंबर दिस थिंग, नामचा बरुआ peak was there, it's in Arunachal Pradesh. If you remember that, here नामचा बरुआ was there. Okay, so आपको तो हो जाएगा D3. Which one has D3? This two has D3. Now check A, northwestern Himalaya. You will see Jaskar range. Okay, A1. So this will be your correct answer. Okay, 2 Shivalik range. Okay, B2. Lepcha tribe, Darjeeling and Sikkim. So C4 correct. But B1. Shivalik range. Jaskar was there. Okay, Jaskar not in हिमाचल उत्तराखंड में नहीं होगा. ओके चलो ठीक है, जस्कर नॉर्थ वेस्टर्न हिमालय. ठीक है, चलो नेक्स्ट. IBACIO grade 2 2024. Okay, but this was hardest exam. Okay, but I don't think this question will be hard. The folds of Greater Himalaya is symmetrical in nature. No, asymmetrical. The core part of Himalaya composed of granite. This is correct. Granite and gneiss. So option 2 is correct. Okay, not symmetrical, it's asymmetrical. Next. Okay, you can solve this question. ठीक है, चलो. Nokrek, I'll just suggest you Nokrek. If you hear Nokrek is in Meghalaya, and Meghalaya is not part of Himalaya. Remember that. Okay, you solve all the questions. Okay, I'm just done. Last question and this question, and write the answer in the comment section. Okay, chalo. I hope you understood the Himalaya series, Himalaya video. If you didn't understand anything, let me know. If I have made any mistake or slip of tongue, just let me know also. Okay, so see you in the next video with North Indian Plain. We'll be discussing North Indian Plain. Just